whoever you are, I'm seeing you on a bed. You're in what appears to be your bedroom. And you're lying there and you're feeling into your body. You're going inward and feeling into your body. And you're trying to feel who you are. You're trying to feel where you're at. I feel like you're in some kind of a cocoon, and that the world outside doesn't seem to reflect who you are on the inside. And the streets outside are uninspiring. They're grey through your eyes. And so you find yourself in your room where you have retreated. And you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for God to happen. You're waiting for an intervention. You very much feel separate from everything and everyone. I see you listening to music. I see you finding comfort through music. You find music to reflect your mood. And because of this, because of how alienated you feel, you've gone to a very deep place inside of yourself. You've sunken deep inside of yourself. And you are beginning to understand how you truly feel on a really deep level about everything. And you are becoming deep and multi-layered because of this seemingly, because of this isolation. What is being crafted is a deeper version of yourself, is a multi-layered version of yourself. There's a big emphasis on depth. I'm seeing a diver diving down into the ocean, and there being a great distance between the bed of the ocean and the top of the water. So there's an emphasis on depth. You are deepening your sense of self. You are getting to know yourself on a deeper level. And you are learning to love yourself. Whether you feel like this or not, probably not. You're probably feeling down, or how you read the situation, or how you interpret things, and how you are interpreting your deepness. Your journey into deepness is probably more related to depression and sadness, but actually it's a very deep introspection, and it's not sadness you feel, and it isn't depression that you feel. It is truth, is what it really is. It's a deep truth. And truth is neither happy nor sad. Truth is truth. Truth is, it's pure. That's what it is. That's what truth is. It's correct. It's right. It just is. And so that is what you're feeling. That is what you're feeling. And what I'm being shown is that what is happening is you are a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. And the whole thing is very poetic. It's poetry in motion, what you're going through right now. And I'm being... Would you believe it? My camera cut out again. I'm starting to make a habit of not charging my batteries. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about how you are poetry in motion. What you're going through right now is the equivalent of poetry in motion. You are a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. And it might not feel like that to you because it might feel awkward and confusing. But just think about what's happening, the process of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. You are changing, so it is going to be uncomfortable. And so you probably can't see this yourself. You probably don't have the ability to stand outside of yourself right now and take a look at yourself and really appreciate what is happening, but you will in time. You will in time. It's necessary, this part in your life. It's necessary. In order for you to become who you're going to be, to step into your own future, you have to change and you have to be the person who you need to be for the rest of your life. You kind of, what's happening now is that you need to change. You can't go any further forward until you change. And so that is what's happening now. And I say that because you probably feel like nothing is changing, and you probably feel that nothing will change. You probably have very little faith and hope right now. But that is also on purpose, because that is also what is driving you into yourself, and that is what is driving you to be introspective and to ask yourself all these deep questions. You are literally submerged in the depths of yourself. You are searching the depths of yourself, and you are discovering the deeper layers of you. And this is what you need to do in order to carry on your path to become this new version of yourself, to do whatever it is you're going to do in your life. I'm saying that you don't have to worry. Maybe you are worrying a little bit, or maybe you are conscious of the other people that live in your house, your family, etc. And what I'm being drawn to say is that everything will take care of itself. They will take care of themselves. Their life will take care of them. They are on their path. They are walking their path, and you only need to be concerned with your own. Try not to carry guilt. Try not to be burdened by another person's life, because you cannot carry another person. You can only carry yourself. Obviously, you can care for other people. You can love other people. But ultimately, you can't control them. And you can't control what they do. You can't control the decisions that they make. And the name John could be significant for somebody. I'm seeing a long road, but it's a road you've walked down before. But it signifies what you've went through to get to this point. Because in order for you to be driven this deeply inside of yourself, a lot of things needed to take place. A lot of things which were either or both hurtful and painful. You could have experienced rejection, betrayal, broken heart. You could have experienced the death of a loved one, somebody close. You know, real heartbreak, real pain, because you had to be driven into this deepness, because it's a part of your path. But to explain it in another way, when you decide that you want to be a certain type of person, and let's just say you make a wish or you say a prayer, and you say you want to be a certain type of person, now you might not put that much thought into it, but if you want to be a certain type of person, then you have to be made into that person. Therefore, you have to go through every experience that would make the person that you want to be. And so, to be certain types of people, or to be able to fulfill certain types of roles in life, in the world, then you probably have to go through certain types of pain, certain types of tragedy, discomfort. You know, when you are deciding to be somebody, there is a lot that you are volunteering to take on in order to become that person that you want to be. And so on your life path, you have chosen to live out certain things, and so the path that you're on reflects that. And when you are experiencing pain and discomfort and personal tragedy, it's very easy to feel like the world is against you, because you have no memory of anything that came before. You have no memory of you in spirit. You only have memory of yourself in this life, in this current body that you're in. But it very much is all part of the picture. It is all part of the plan. And you have to see life as this great landscape, and it is far and wide. And so this landscape unfolds over the course of time, and this requires patience. And this is what we all struggle with, but it's a long game, is what I'm being called to tell you, to emphasize, put this emphasis on patience, patience, patience. I see that you could feel like you're wasting your life because you are not doing anything, because you are inactive. But what I'm being led to tell you is that there's a lot going on inside of you, and nobody else can see it. And you might be judged currently on your outside activities and achievements. That might be translated with other people. It might be translated into external achievements, certificates, promotions, that kind of thing. And you are just in a different place at this present moment in time, and everything, all the alchemizing is going on inside of yourself underneath the surface. And this is molding the future version of yourself, and other people won't be able to see that. So try not be poisoned by the seed that they try to plant. To try not to let that take root, and just keep a hold of this feeling inside of yourself. Try to cultivate this relationship with yourself, whereby you understand whereby you understand what is going on inside of yourself, that you're going through a transformation, and try to acknowledge that regularly. Try to say to yourself, tell yourself that you understand yourself, even if the world around you doesn't seem to understand you. Have a relationship with yourself. Keep yourself on that positive, awareness of the situation that you're in, that you're going through, because it is important that you do this, because nobody else will do this. You'll probably get more backlash from people. You'll get more resistance from other people. Other people won't understand. So try not to pay attention to what they are saying. You must believe in yourself right now. And what I'm being shown is that you are being transformed into something that is shiny and polished. Your edges are being rounded. You are becoming like a fine wine or a classic car that stands the test of time. A fine wine gets better over the course of time. You could say they don't make cars like they used to. And so these days you can get a classic car that was made decades ago, and you can still drive that car around. And that's what I'm saying, that you are being matured in a way that will stand the test of time. Your depths will stand the test of time. I've also been shown cheese, because similarly, that's when cheese has mold on it. That is sort of when we eat the cheese. So to explain it another way, you're not going to go off very easily. Yeah. So that's what's going on. That's what's happening. You're in a chrysalis right now. You're in this quiet period where probably nothing is really happening in your life externally. It's all happening internally. And this can feel frustrating, especially when you're judged by the world around you and the people in your house, maybe, possibly. But try not to lose yourself. Try not to think the way other people do, because you have access to the inside of yourself, so you can remind yourself what's going on the inside. Other people don't have that. Try not to be taken in by their way of thinking, by the pressure that they may put on you to perform the way that they want you to perform. Do your best. So I'm seeing the street that you've walked down before, it's a really long road, and that bears relevance on the things that you've been through already in your life. But what I'm seeing is that in the future, it'll be more like a boat ride on the water, and you will just be floating downstream. And you won't have to make so much of an effort when you are going through the future things that you will go through in life. This refined version of yourself that has new depths will be able to handle life with more ease. So very much you're becoming somebody who can handle more. You could look at it as being cleared out. The truth is what is being cultivated inside of you. You're being stripped of everything that is surface level. Your attention is being taken deep down below the depths, away from the surface level. You are being invested in. You're very much becoming somebody who's strong on their own. Or like a leader, right? Somebody who's a leader has to go through lots of things in order to know where to lead people to and where not to lead them to. So leaders they've always been through everything and survived everything, and also maintained their innocence throughout it all. Spent time in being betrayed, went through lots of heartache, did the whole internal journey, spent years being a hermit. This is leadership type qualities, and for a leader to be forged, a lot of things has to happen to them. A lot of things has to happen to them. They have to be tested a lot, over and over and over again, relentlessly, and molded over a long period of time. I'm seeing that your approach to things, or what you have an eye for, is the artistry in things. And so when you apply yourself to something, you become an artist in it. And what I'm being shown is, if you're thinking of like being an artist, you might think of being a musician, or you might think of being a painter. Those are obvious ones that you might think of. But what I'm being shown in my head is the movie, I forgot what it's called. There's a movie with Brad Pitt and his father and his brother. They're all fly fishermen. And at one point in the movie, his brother goes away, and when he comes back, he goes out to the river where his brother is, Brad Pitt, and he's fishing, and he watches him, and he's sort of narrating the movie, and he points out that in his absence, his brother has become an artist on the water with the fly rod. And so that's what I'm being shown. And you're either somebody who is like this, who becomes an artist in whatever it is that you spend your time doing, or you will have this relationship with things. But I think you probably already do, because again, you are pushed down this road into deepness. Therefore, I would imagine this is already something which is a part of you, and has just been one of the initial things that has put you down this rabbit hole, so to speak. Or you very much could be an artist in something that you're doing. As I said before, there was something about poetry with the feathered quill. So perhaps that's relevant for somebody. I see though that your life, like the life ahead of you, is long. I don't know how old you are, but the life ahead of you, it is long and it is changing. I see you in very different places in your life. They're very different to each other. it's almost like you live in different worlds because everything changes that much, and you will become different versions of yourself along the way. There's a lot of magic which will come from your depths. You will be more powerful. And the most important thing is that you will realize your power and you'll be able to utilize it. And you'll become a light in a world of darkness. A light bearer. That's what I see.